This is Benefits Brigade's Challenge 6 solution. The challenge involved the automated benefits realization reporting system. This is a quick benefit management cycle. This is our lovely team, and we split it into the data team, me, Eleanor, and Nandini, and the project management team, Simon, Marvin, and Haki. We generated an automated benefits reporting system for senior managers, stakeholders, and decision makers by integrating the underlying data into a Power BI dashboard and workflow to basically release the capacity and the resource needed for decision making. To do this, we generated some dummy data due to data limitations. So, some example of cost data. We standardized the units of the benefits into pounds, inspired by the National Toms metric. Some forecasting both long-term and short-term. Some of the tables were generated in Excel, some in Power BI. Standardized the targets and prioritized some of the benefits for highlights. This is our solution. You can see a simple dashboard that's both available on PC and the mobile. You have some filtering options for the decision makers, and this is a quick video showing a quick overview. The main visualization is split between the analysis of the targets achieved for the benefits measurements, as well as the costs of those measurements. We would also advise measuring for delays and the time it took to achieve those outcomes. There are robust filtering options. We have an automated way to tell what is the last updated date, basically, with the project. We have the number of projects and benefits by its stage and the red, amber, green status. We have their locations and the forecasting. Importantly, on the bottom, there's also a Q&A section for querying and a run flow. Our system is based on an Excel spreadsheet, which then translates into which then informs the Power BI dashboard. We have a Power flow, which basically is split into two flows, and we would like the project to move into Dataverse that allows for better data structuring, as we will show in a minute, and also data storage. Those are the two flows that we have generated. One of them is based on time, so basically a scheduled mail with the report, and the other one is based on flags and concerns raised by the figures shown in the report. This is the suggested the data structure that we would suggest. So basically, a split into tables rather than a single spreadsheet. And we have made a few suggestions for tables and columns. Importantly, the evidence table that would have the type, the source, and store the evidence itself for the benefit. We would suggest including the priority of a given benefit to highlight the most important ones, as well as aftermath information. For example, if the benefit is saving trees or area of land for forests, then the aftermath over 5, 10, 15 years could be less air pollution. So basically a measure of that. Also, we would have forecasting, preferably short-term, for the duration of the project, how well it's based on how well it's been doing so far, and a standardized conversion from the unit of the benefit into pounds. And thanks to it, in the cost table, we can calculate the pound generated per pound spent. And in the location table, we suggest a split into continent, country, and city, which would allow for easier filtering based on hierarchical split. For the limitation, there is a lack of historical data, which makes it impossible to compare with past projects. Even though we suggest evidence, we did not apply it in this solution. Our outcomes are quite vague and conceptual, which is also a concern. And the database management we did not implement, as I mentioned. It's based on an Excel spreadsheet, but we would recommend integration with SharePoint so that technically it's smoother. A measure of success based on a percentage of target met, better data structuring as previously mentioned, prioritization of the benefits, and also tracking benefits after project completion based on the aforementioned aftermaths of the benefits. Last but not least, the judge's question. Question 1, how can you provide insight into a single benefit for the purpose of gaining buy-in for leadership? This issue is addressed by the querying option, the Q&A at the bottom of our Power BI dashboard. It essentially allows you to type in the name of the specific benefit and will give you quite comprehensive breakdowns as seen on the attached screenshot, but this capability could be definitely further improved upon. Question 2, how do you manage evidence when each benefit is so unique? We advise the employment of a separate evidence table that would store evidence of different kinds, since Dataverse allows for that. The kinds could be, for example, publications, reports, surveys as well, quantitative or qualitative, as well as images or videos for visual evidence. This could not only provide assure that the data is evidence-based, but also could allow for further automation of the process, as AI could be employed to extract the data from that evidence. This could be quite resource heavy, but could be worthwhile. And question 3, how do you ensure users interpret costs correctly? We have quite comprehensive breakdowns of the costs in our dashboard. Our main visualization employs cost analysis, for instance, and it compares the current costs against the estimations, the initial ones as well as the adjusted ones. The querying option mentioned before also allows for a quite good understanding of the costs, and the forecasts also allow to understand what the benefits will be in the future compared to the current costs. We employed a standardized conversion from the units of the measurement of the benefits into pound. This could be a different way to achieve the same thing, but alternatively, you could also measure the pound spent per percentage of the target met. Thank you for listening. This has been our solution.